Shalom, 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 Israel. Qam Yasharahla here, bringing out a few precepts through the spirit of Qam Yasharahla. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Amasek Yahweh, Bahashem, Kadash. Just through the spirit, I want to bring out a few precepts, and I'm going to title this quick sit down. Israel, are you ready to be afflicted, persecuted, beaten, and killed for the truth? I repeat, Israel, ready to be afflicted, persecuted, beaten, and killed for the truth? First precept I'm going to bring out to the spirit of Yahweh. Go to New Testament, Matthew, the 16th chapter, the 24th verse. Matthew 16:24 reads, Then said Yahweh unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Verse 25, For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. Matthew 16:26, For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Or praise and glory to Yahweh. I just want to bring out a few little precepts out here. So the King of Kings, Lords of Lords, who this world ignorant calls Jesus the Christ, but his true name in ancient Paleo-Hebrew is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Again, he says, Matthew 16:24, Yahweh Shai said unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up the cross and follow. So if you following Mashiach Yahweh Shai, you're going to be afflicted, persecuted, beaten, killed, just as he was and the prophets of old. John was beheaded. They were all cast into prisons, brought in front of the governors, and throughout the scriptures. And that's what I'm bringing out this little sit down. Let's get a precept on that from Matthew 16:24. Let's go to the book of John, the 12th chapter, the 25th verse. John 12, verse 25 reads, He that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. John 12:26, If any man serve me, let him follow me, and where I am, there shall also my servant be. If any man serve me, him my Father honor. John 12:27, Now is my soul troubled, and what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour. But for this cause came I unto this hour. Or praise and glory. Again, if you're saying you're following Yahweh Shai Mashiach, you have to be ready to be afflicted, persecuted, beaten, killed, beheaded, as some of the apostles were. And that's through the spirit I want to bring this out. Let's go to Matthew 5 and 10. Stay in the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 10. Matthew 5 and 10 reads, Blessed are they which are persecuted for the righteousness' sakes, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. I'm going to repeat it. Matthew 5, verse 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 5, verse 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Read that again. Matthew 5, verse 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Matthew 5, verse 12. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Khan, all praise and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. No matter what, all these scoffers out here talking wickedness and madness against the true prophets of the Most High, all for a reason. Speaking evil, vocab Malone, G-Man, polite, all these demons out here is going against the men of the Most High, falsely. For your reward is in heaven, the new kingdom coming through Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Amasiach Yahweh Shai, all praises. The next precept I'm going to bring out, staying in the book of Matthew. Let's go to Matthew 10, starting at the 16th verse. Matthew 10, starting at the 16th verse. And it reads, all in red letters. This is Yahweh Shai Hamasiach speaking all this. Matthew 10 and 16, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpent and harmless as doves. Read it again, Matthew 10 and 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye there wise as a serpent and harmless as doves. So people saying, how come, when is the revolution going to start? When the king arrives. The revolution starts when the king arrives. That's why you talk about the patience and the faith of the saints. That's what we have to be patiently and faithfully waiting for Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Matthew 10 and 17, but beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the council, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. Read it again, Matthew 10 and 17. But beware of men, for they will deliver you to the council, and they will scourge you in the synagogues. All that the king went through, all the prophets and apostles of the past went through. If you're a true elect of the Most High, you better be ready to be afflicted, persecuted, beaten, killed, and beheaded for the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Let's go to Matthew 10 and 18. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, and for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. Read it again, Matthew 10 and 18. And ye shall be brought forth before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. Matthew 10 and 19. But when they deliver you, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given to you in that same hour what ye shall speak. Read that again, Matthew 10 and 19. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in the same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not, Matthew 10 and 20, verse 20. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of the Father which speaketh in you. Matthew 10 and verse 20. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. So we don't have to premeditate what's going to happen when they deliver us in these synagogues or these FEMA camps, or what's going to happen when they, some of us are going to be killed, some of us are going to be beheaded, some of us are going to be afflicted, persecuted, beaten. Look what they did to the king. Look what they did to the apostles. Some of us are not going to be able to escape that. But we all have to know the reason and the cause of it. And the king already forewarned us that some of us going to have to go through this. That's just point blank and period. Next scripture I'm going to hit. Let's go to John, the book of John, the 15th. Book of John, 15th chapter, starting from the 20th verse. St. John 15, verse 20. Remember the word, again, all red letters, King Yahushua Mashiach speaking. Remember the words that I've said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will also keep yours. Read that again. St. John 15, verse 20. Remember the word that I say unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will also keep yours also. John 15, verse 21. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know him not that sent me. Read that again. Book of St. John 15, 21. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. Speaking of the heavenly power, Yahweh, Ba'Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. And still, when the king was crucified, he still said to his father, Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do. So we have to be in that same mindset through the spirit of the King of Kings, Lords of Lords, who this world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ, but we know his true name in Hebrew is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Okay? Let's get a precept on that. Let's go to 1 Peter. 4th chapter, starting from the 13th verse. 1 Peter 4 and verse 13. But rejoice, inasmuch as ye are partakers of the Hamashiach's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceedingly joy. Read it again. 1 Peter 4 verse 13. But rejoice, inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceedingly joy. So, in other words, we should be thankful and grateful and joyful that we're being persecuted for his name's sake, for the true King of Kings, Lords of Lords, Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Because as I read before, our reward is going to be the kingdom of heaven. That's basically what we out here to survive for. But we're going to have to go through the affliction, persecution, to be beaten, killed, and beheaded, as all the other prophets were of past. 1 Peter 4 and 14, if ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of the glory and of the Most High resteth upon you. 1 Peter 4 and 14. Happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of the Most High resteth upon you. And on their part he has, Salakia, their part he is even evil spoken of. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. 1 Peter 4 and 15. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matter. 1 Peter 4 and 16. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify the Most High on this behalf. Qam. That's just precept on that. You should be happy to be crucified, afflicted, persecuted, beaten, and killed, beheaded for the Most High. Just as his son was, so shall we be the sons of the Most High God, the Israelites. Let's go to the book of Luke. Book of Luke, 21st chapter, starting with the 12th verse. Luke 21, chapter 12 verse reads, red letters, King of Kings speaking, Yahweh Shai Masiyah. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into the prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. Read it again, Luke 21 and 12. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prison, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. Luke 21 and 13. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. Luke 21 and 14. Settle it therefore in your heart, not to meditate before what ye shall answer. Don't even think about what you're going to answer when you're taken to that point of being afflicted, persecuted, beaten, beheaded, and killed. We know the reward is the kingdom of the Most High that's coming and taking over this world. Luke 21 and 14 again, settle it therefore in your heart, not to meditate before what ye shall answer. Luke 21 and 15, for I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. Read that again, Luke 21 and verse 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom with which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. Precept upon precept. Let's go to Acts. Precept on that. Let's go to Acts. Acts 6 chapter, starting at the 10th verse. The precept. Acts 6 and 10. Acts 6 and 10 reads, and they were not able to resist the wisdom and the spirit by which he spake. So he warns us we don't have to meditate on what's going to be said when they afflicting us, persecuting, beating us, killing us, or beheading us. But Acts 6 and 10, and they were not able to resist the wisdom and the spirit by which he spake. Through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Don't even think about what's going to answer, because like Matthew 10 and 20 says, it's the spirit of your Father that speaketh from within. I mean, just bringing out these little precepts out here. Let's go to let me prove that. Let's go to Matthew. We're talking about beheaded. Let's go to Matthew 14, starting at the 8th verse. 14 verse 8. Well, let's go up a little, get a little context. Starting at the Matthew 14 and 5. And when he would have put him to death, he feared the multitude because they counted him as a prophet. Matthew 14 and 6. But when Herod's birthday was kept, the daughter of the Herodians, Salakia, on the pronunciations, danced before them and pleased Herod. Matthew 14 and 7, whereupon he promised with an oath to give her whatsoever she would ask for. So the daughter of Herod was asking for something to celebrate his so-called birthday. Matthew 14 and 8, and she being before instructed of her mother said, give me here John's Baptist's head in a charger. And a charger meaning on a platter. And Matthew 14 and 8, she being before instructed of her mother said, give me here John Baptist's head in a charger, which is a platter. uh, Matthew 14:9, and the king was sorry, nevertheless, for the oak's sake, and them which sat with him at meat, he commanded it to be given her. Matthew 14:10, and he said, and Salakia, and he sent and beheaded John in the prison. Read that again, Matthew 14:10, and he sent and beheaded John in the prison. Matthew 14:11, and his head was brought in a platter, and given to the damsel, and she brought it to her mother. Matthew 14:12, and his disciples came and took up the body and buried it, and went and told Yahushua. So the point I want to bring across, some of us, we're going to have to go through the affliction, the persecution, the beatings, the killings, the beheadings, because the king forewarned us. But he also said, don't even think about what to say, because it's going to be the Spirit that speaks at that particular time. And they won't be able to gainsay nor resist the wisdom of the Spirit. So let's precept that. I'm going to go to Revelations. We talked about the beheading. Let's talk about Revelations. What is it? Revelation 20, we're starting at the 4th verse. Revelation 20:4, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua. Read that, start that again. Revelation 20 and verse 4, and I saw the thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the wisdom of Yahushua HaMashiach, and for the words of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither the image, neither had received his mark upon their forehead or in their hands, and they live and reign with HaMashiach 1,000 years. I'm read that again. Revelation 20:4. So we should have something to rejoice. And like he said, be joyful. Revelation 20:4. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither received the mark upon their forehead or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach Yahushua 1,000 years. Again, the reward is the kingdom. That's what I want to bring out this sit down about being afflicted, persecuted, beaten, killed, or beheaded. And I'm going to stay in the book of Revelation. Let's go to Revelation 14, starting at the 12th verse. Revelation 14:12 reads, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahushua HaMashiach. Revelation 14:12, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of the Hamashiach Yahushua. So obviously, we have to be living by the law, statute, and commandments to be able to be saved through these pearl times, Jacob's trouble, and all this affliction and persecution and beatings and killings and beheadings that some of us going to have to go through. It's just point blank and period. We were forewarned by the king. We should not worry about it. And don't even worry about what you're going to say or think, or, it's just, that's just the way it is. Let's go to Revelations. Stay in the book of Revelations, last book of the Bible. Go to Revelation 3:10. Revelation 3:10 reads in red letters, the King of Kings, Lord of Lords speaking, because thou hast kept the words of my patience, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Revelation 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Revelation 3:11, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. I'm going to read that again because it sounds so sweet. Revelation 3:11, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. I mean, red letters, King speaking. He's warning us. He's telling us what we're going to do. Some of us are going to have to go through, but that's just the way it is. In closing on this quick sit down, I'm staying in the book of Revelations. Revelations 22, verse 14. Revelation 22, verse 14 reads, blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life and may enter through the gate into the city. Revelations 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. I mean, with all praise and glory to Yahweh B'Shem HaMashiach Yahweh Shai, that is our goal, is to make the kingdom endure to the end. The King forewarned us what some of us are going to have to go through. They did it to the apostles and the prophets of old. We're no better than they were. So, we're going to have to get afflicted and persecuted, beaten and killed, beheaded for the King of Kings, but know that our reward is the kingdom of heaven. With that, endure to the end. Shalom.